Hi, I'm David Mason. I'm 23 years old, and I'm here today on Wandsworth Common, where I live near, and where I sometimes take the dog for a walk.
As David continues his walk, let me show you a picture of him when he was about 11 years old, receiving a certificate of achievement from the Mayor of Wandsworth. Shortly, you're going to hear my voice, there I am with the camera, the day I made the film with David. The first thing I asked him was what he understood by the word aspirations.
I believe aspirations means your goals.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Aspirations is your goals or your dreams, what you want. And when you were 11, David, can you remember what your aspirations for life might have been?
I believe my aspirations for life when I was 11 was I wanted to have a job.
A job when you were older, right?
Yes.
Okay, and how about where you might be living?
Living somewhere close to home.
Somewhere close to home? By yourself or with friends?
Still with my family.
Oh, still with your family, okay. And David, tell me a little bit about how school life was for you.
Well, I had a pretty good school life. I made lots of friends. However, I do have a learning disability, which is hard to read and write. But I had a lot of help at school, which helped me a lot.
As David and I walked, we talked about his hobbies when he was young, including his love of railway journeys and the history of trains. As for work, he wasn't quite sure what his first paid job would be, but he always believed he could get a paid job. As for his parents, they didn't know what would be his first paid job either, but they always believed he could get a paid job. And how about David's teachers and people in his community who had got to know him and support him over the years? They definitely believed he could get a paid job. Right, now I'm going to pause the film for a few moments.
Richard, it's been great talking to you, but I'm afraid I've got a train to catch now.
On that early morning, back in the first week of January 2012, David and I agreed to meet up an hour later at Waterloo Station, once we'd waved goodbye to each other on Wandsworth Common. He took a train to Clapham Junction because he was going to have coffee with a friend of his first. As for me, I decided to take a bus, or to be precise, 2 buses, starting with the good old 319. Knowing the early morning traffic in southwest London would be busy, I reckoned my journey would take me about 55 minutes, leaving me just 5 minutes to get my camera set up on the platform at Waterloo. Not much time, but enough. And David, being the excellent timekeeper he was and still is, arrived exactly on time. Hiya. Did you catch up with your friend okay?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so I'm following you, yeah?
Okay.
So David, tell me a little bit about your job here at Network Rail.
Well, what I do is I'm on a survey arrival and departure of trains. So yesterday, 1 Alpha 48, the 1444 from Alton, which is due to arrive into Waterloo about 4 o'clock. It's right time, just about leaving Clapham Junction. It's just about to approach Vauxhall now. And it comes into Waterloo around about 15:57, which is on time.
So it made it on time, right?
Yes, it made it on time.
I knew it would. I hope the last few minutes have been useful for you, and I know the next few minutes will be too. I'd like to introduce you to Francis, who I first met over 20 years ago and whom I filmed at his house in southwest London in 2010. The skill I want you to think about as you watch the first part of the film is this one, and please don't be confused by a round light that I'm holding in my hand as I knock on the door here and that I put on the table once I get inside. Now, can you tell me on this map, where's London? Do you know where London is on that map? Where do you think London is? No, that's the south coast, that's the sea. I've got 4 cards here. You've got to turn one over, Francis. Turn over a card. Any card. Right. Can you read that?
It's got a B in it.
It's got a B, yeah. It starts with a B.
It says
it's an O. It's quite tricky, isn't it?
Yeah,
so shall I read it for you? Yeah. Okay, we're going to Bognor Regis.
Okay.
How cool is that?
Bognor Regis.
Bognor Regis. Francis needed and will always need lots of support with his reading and writing, his maths, his problem-solving skills, his communication skills, and his IT skills. And even though his manual dexterity skills were quite good, the day we went to Bognor Regis, I remember thinking that Francis needed so much support in so many areas of his life. Sometimes it must have seemed a struggle just to stay on his own 2 feet. Lots of people used to say to me that Francis would find it too hard to get a paid job. But I was never interested in what lots of people said. I was only interested in what a few people said, these people.
He's a lovely, lively character. He's always smiling.
He's very energetic. If I could bottle his energy up, I certainly would, and have some for myself.
Punctual, enthusiastic. Really cool guy, always got a smile on his face, really good at his job.
And when he's here, the place is a much happier place, and it's really great to have him working here.
Polite, sweet, hard worker, and I love him. I love him too much.
Oh God.
Everything I read.
You see, while Francis lacked skills, he had an excellent work ethic and plenty of qualities. You've heard me say that word before, and you're going to hear me say it a lot more in the future. Before I freeze the film to black and white, it's worth me putting it up on screen. Now then, how big shall I make it? This big.